Welcome back, you guys. Your boy CK. Now, if the playoffs started today, the Las Vegas Raiders would have the 7th and final playoff spot in the AFC. It would mean Derek Carr gets to play in the playoffs for the first time in his career. Now, the Raiders have actually made the playoffs since Derek Carr has become a starter. The only problem is Carr didn't play in the game because he got injured in week 16 versus the Colts. So today he's going to be the starting quarterback of a team of players that don't have any playoff appearances as well. If you guys play Ultimate Team and you want to get some coins, make sure to check out my sponsor link in the description, mutreserve.com. Use my code CK and I promise you'll be rich one day, but in the meantime you'll get 15% off your order. We got a pretty solid squad, man. 92 all across the board. You guys know how it works, man. We start with the best player at every position, see if they made the playoffs. If they did, we moved on and kept on going until we found someone that didn't, and that's how we got all the way to Derek Carr. It's honestly very unfortunate, but he's not the only Raider. The only caveat was that you could not be a rookie because you wouldn't have had a chance to make the playoffs, but we counted sophomores. So Josh Jacobs qualified for this team. He's going to be our backup running back because Nick Chubb is RB number 1. We have not one, but 2 Tampa Bay wide receivers, Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, leading the way. Calvin Ridley actually joined the Falcons the year after
their last playoff appearance.
Robbie Anderson has been on the Jets his entire career, and Scary Terry has been on the Washington football team. Another Raider making an appearance, Darren Waller at tight end, and Hunter Henry, just like Derek Carr, got injured this season that his team made the playoffs during his career. On defense, we have Brian Burns from the Panthers, Josh Allen from the Jaguars. Myles Garrett might finally make his first playoff appearance this season, but he hasn't been in it yet, so he's going to be our starting right end. Leonard Williams has played in New York his entire career. Vita Vea is really good, but you know, his team hasn't made the playoffs yet during his career. Neither has Jonathan Allen's team. Hassan Reddick was the best left outside linebacker that has not made the playoffs currently in the league. Lorenzo Carter was the second best. So much speed. Right outside linebacker, we have Bradley Chubb from the Broncos and Foyesade Oluokun. Again, look at the speed. Denzel Ward from the Browns is our CB number 1. Carlton Davis is going to be CB number 2. In 2018, the Bears made it to the wild card round. It was the infamous double doink game, and Bryce Callahan was on the team, but he suffered a broken foot in week 14 and was placed on injury reserve, so he never actually played in the playoffs. A similar thing happened with Jason Verrett, except his injury happened all the way back in training camp. He was out for the entire 2018 season, a season in which his Chargers ended up making the playoffs, so he never played in a playoff game as well. And then William Jackson has been on the Bengals his entire career. In week 15 of 2018, Eddie Jackson intercepted Aaron Rodgers to snap Rodgers' record streak without an interception, which was at 402 pass attempts. However, he suffered an ankle injury on the play, which forced him to miss the rest of the season, a season in which the Bears ended up making the playoffs. So he too has never played in the playoff game. And then we got a great backup in Justin Simmons from the Broncos. Jamal Adams could definitely make it, probably will make it this season, but he has not been there yet, so he's going to be our starting strong safety. And then we have Budda Baker, who's killing it this season for the Cardinals. He's going to be our backup. Finally, we have Jason Sanders at kicker and Jamie Gillian at punter. You tell me that's the best watch he could get on a $100 million contract? My bad, I got distracted, man. We're focused on getting this team to the playoffs. All right, so we are struggling 4-3 halfway through the season. Let's look at the scheme. That's something I need to be doing more often when I do these squad builders and experiments, but there's no good scheme fits. The highest is what we already had at a 70. What the hell? All right, defense, maybe we could do something with that. I guess we'll go 4-6. It gives us an 85% scheme fit. I gotta go ahead and play a game, or at least a quarter, with this team. Huge divisional game versus the Chargers. You know how sad it would be if we combine players that have never made the playoffs and then they don't make the playoffs. I'm gonna be so sad. Honestly, I will not have any words. Like, the level of disappointment on these people's faces. Big third down, a chance to get off of the field. They love this play. The CPU loves this play, and I do too, especially when it leads to a 4th down. We did our job on defense. Now let's see what this offense is made of. Look at how they press my man's Mike Evans. Like, he don't have plus 13 release. Come on, man. Even though it's all Madden, even though it's all Madden, he's still goated. All right, we're gonna run the ball now. Have him confused. Have him confused. Maybe I shouldn't have came with the Raiders, only because, you know, the division is absolutely disgusting. So it'll be pretty tough to make the playoffs. But hey, that means they earned it, right? And I chose them not only because they had the quarterback, but they had the most players on offense, so I think it kind of made sense to me, at least. I don't know. 1st and 10, nice block right there. Chubb is killing it. I've always thought Derek Carr was underrated, but sometimes people forget, man. He pretty much took his team to the playoffs. Who knows what happens if he doesn't get injured? I don't know. I mean, he could have made a deep playoff run. Let's see what happens this season. Speaking of underrated, Darren Waller. Where do y'all rank him right now? If it's not top 3, you're sleeping. I'm sorry. He's absolutely disgusting, at least as a receiving tight end. I don't know how good or bad he is at blocking, but I know in the open field, when he get the ball, good night. Let's see if we can get either Godwin or Chubb going on this first to go. Okay, we're going Chubb. We're running the ball. Yes, sir. The blocks are just absolutely beautiful. And we take the lead. I get to the end of the quarter. I'm going to make the most of it. Let's go. A lot of these players have had unfortunate injuries at untimely times. Like Vita Vea got injured his rookie season, missed a few games. He had a slow start, but now he's thriving, and his defense is thriving. 3rd and 15. Let's get off the field, baby. Gotta watch Keenan. Gotta watch Mr. Allen. All right, there we go. Go get him, Vita. Oh yeah, I didn't mention that he got injured this season as well, which is very unfortunate, man. It looks like the Bucks are gonna make the playoffs, and he's on injury reserve, man. You hate to see it. You really do. I like this play call. Let's go, Waller 101. Waller 101! I told you he's nasty. Pretty easy W if you ask me. I think we just took control of 1st place in the division. 3 touchdowns on the ground from Nick Chubb. Waller with 2 touchdowns through the air. Offense is moving like a well-oiled machine. We made the playoffs. That's all that matters, okay? Everything else after this is just icing on the cake. Carr had a great season. Almost 4,000 yards, 33 to 13 touchdown interception ratio. Chubb and Jacobs both had 8 touchdowns on the ground. Looks like they were both, again, equal amount of touches. Same with all the wide receivers and the tight ends. Look at Waller. If there was a best tight end award, he'd probably be number 1. Defense, Levante David, of course, led the way in tackling. Myles Garrett had 19 sacks. He had the 2nd most tackles for loss, because Vita Vea had 2 more. And we had so many interceptions. This defense was nasty. Offense was nasty. I'd say we made a deep playoff run. Foles wins MVP for the Bears. Wow, Derek Carr didn't make the top 10. That's crazy. At least he was 6th for OPOY. Garrett was 2nd for DPOY. I regret to inform you that we lost in the wild card round, man. Can't believe it. As a 2 seed, we end up losing to the Chiefs. Very unfortunate, but at least we could say we made it to the playoffs, man. Carr didn't have the best performance. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. I don't even know how they ended up a 7th seed, but they did. And they were just a little bit too much for us to handle. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to follow me on all the social medias and whatnot so you can keep up to date with what I'm doing. And if you just want to talk to me, you can always follow me on Twitter and reach out through the DMs, man. Hopefully you have a good rest of your day.